Let's continue troubleshooting this issue. So in here, whoops, identifier line 75. Oh, present state subscribe. Oh, this is supposed to have a message dot something. What is this? Present state. Object key. Oh. Oh, I don't know why it can't. Yeah, message state, which should have some. Why isn't this completing? A, B. Present state, and present state has what on it? Well, let's do this. Message dot. Yeah, it's a present state. Autocomplete. Types message state. Okay, mic pref. Oh, no. Okay, it's an unknown key on it. So, right. Okay, so this is all states. States. Present meta. Okay, then dot metas dot state. Oh wait, metas is a wait. Okay, metas is an array, and it's always the first one, I think. Dot state. So okay, so let me demonstrate the issue that I'm having. You go over here. So we should have a count right here. Unjoin. So, okay, we did not get a count. We joined, and looky here. We got some present state and present diff. Which is interesting because we gave it back to us. Most of the information is us. It's the default. Actual audio, blah, 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 blah. So we're sending our own business back to us. Sure, I guess we can do that. It's just a default. Doesn't matter if we create it in the front end or the back end. And if anybody else joins, they'll know our state as well, right? So that's good. And so we need to add that. We can rely on that to add it to ourselves. Therefore, we don't need a couple of things in here. Let's review. We don't need this initial state because we're populating that on the server. So if we get rid of that, what breaks? So here we are pushing this, which we won't need to do this because we're getting it from the joining of the channel. The joining of the channel will look for a state, and if there isn't one, it will create one, which there's never a state. When you join the channel, as soon as you leave the channel, all of it is destroyed. So what about reconnections? It's a tricky one. Well, doesn't a reconnection will need to destroy the channel and reconnect anyway, won't it? Okay, not 100% sure, but let's move on. Listen to member updates. We'll listen for presence state. And I'm not sure this complexity here is worth it. Because here we're not really joining anything with presence and presence diff. These can come in any order. Alright, so present state, we'll go to here and we'll just add ourselves into the present state. Okay, so if we're connected here, what's our own present state? So we can go orchestrator, member manager, and the member state is nothing. So it didn't get set, nothing got set. Now we're supposed to set the member state if we get present state. Okay, we haven't joined yet, maybe let's get it again. Okay, so now we're in there. And so we're doing that for present state, and for presence diff, we can probably do that as well. So we'll do this. So message joins, and let's say message joins. What's that? Boom. Otherwise, you gotta delete. You delete this from, yeah. So anytime we join, we'll need to update this as well. If somebody comes in, I think the state is only for you when you first join yourself. Yeah. So okay, that should update. What's this? Member state updated. So this is from the server. The server says, oh yeah, I updated somebody, so you plug that person. And I don't think we need to do this because, oh no. Member state is necessary if you turn on a mic or something, so you'll just give the new state and then do that, which may be redundant. No, it's not redundant because these happen on joining. And similar thing here. If you turn on your own mic, then you update your stuff, and then you're saying that you're updating that. And update member will broadcast it to everyone else. Okay, so I think this gets some of the cases. Alright, so let's check it out. So if I join here, what do I get? Do I get like an unjoined? Okay, I'm unjoined. And now I mute. I'm still unjoined. I go to Firefox. A. do that. Allow. And where are we? We are unjoined, which is not what I want. Because if I go in here, we have 2, but one of them is publishing. So why are we unjoined? This side joined. And this is getting what we have here. So my preference is off on self, and oh, the other one is totally just undefined. One of them's undefined. Presence diff got joins, this is self, and state was this is blah 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 blah, and leaves. And then you got present state for the previously joined one, which should give me the other person, which is metas da 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 da, and no state. So one of them has state and one of them doesn't have state. What happened there? Well, interesting. So one of them is in there, one of them is not in there. Why is that? Who's who? So member as B something something. Member in Firefox is A something something. So B was in there, I think because it was triggered when we maybe turn the microphone on. So if we turn the microphone on, oops, what happened here? Uncaught type error state is undefined. Yeah, it didn't even have a state. So how did we end up with no state? So let's try this again. We'll clear this one out. Clearly it has no state, and if I look over here, we just have the 1. Backend server, just have the 1. Now when I open up Firefox, it should go to space channel, and what it will do is it will just push the slug in, and then you call after join. After join will take the initial position and rotation and store that, and then it will look for srefs, which it will get member movements and member states, and it will insert into member movements, and then member states is given back as this thing. So we cache that, and then we call present state. Sorry, presence list. So presence we'll grab these two things, and then it will go through all the members of this list, of which we are now a part of. So if it has a key, if map has a key presences of this member ID, it will push this, and then it will also push into meta the state get member state. which gives you the default state. Otherwise, it'll give you its previous payload, if it can find this pattern. I don't even know. I don't even need to know what this. So the fact that you find anything like that. So that should come through in the payload. Then okay, get member state is what? Put into the metadata, and so it'll come back in presence state. What about presence join? Either present state or join, it'll come back. It'll come back when you're using either of the Phoenix presence. So then we go back to the manager who's listening to this. So we're listening on present state or diff. And so you say that the member state is this. And that somehow got undefined. So what if the payload was null? Could we have pushed an empty payload into it? How? Okay, let's just try. We'll clear this. We'll open up Firefox. Join. Allow. So in joins, okay, in present state, we are BGY, that's this side. We are NQZ, so betas, pause, rot. Again, we're missing the state. Present state doesn't have anything for us. Present state doesn't have anything for us. What about over here? NQ, this did have the state. What about on our own joint, on our own state? BJ state, yeah, it was there. It is here. State, 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 diff. Okay, this one did not have a state for the new, when it came over there. And then this time it does have a state on this side. But Firefox did not have a state for when you did the present state, and when you did the diff joins metadata, it did have for the diff. So it feels like it might be some kind of race condition. How could it be? Because we're doing presence. Let's go back to space channel. Space channel. This is after join that does this. After join, you're doing inserting the movement, and then you go presence track. Then you push presence state. With presence list. it's presence list that is actually having a side effect, because it actually creates the data at this point. So if you're reading it the first time, maybe there's a race conditions. As you're coming in here, you're getting its own copy, and you're going through here, and you're not just getting member states. Well, let's check the theory, because I think I'll put there was no state for member ID. Then in here, say IO put found a state for member ID. So close this side. Just leaving no present state. Okay, that's fine. Take it out. It's a race condition. Okay, we'll join on Firefox side. Okay, look over here. There was no state. There was no state. Found a state. But when you found the state, you didn't put it in. You didn't put it in the lookup table. So anyway, get member state should not be inserting it in there, but we should have something. Put it up here somewhere else, and we can do that just in after join. After join. Space channel. In the after join, we'll just insert you a default. Okay, we'll insert that. Okay, and then go back to presence list. We'll just go here, get the table, get member states, in which case we'll grab that. Else, we'll say error. which I guess can happen if something else deletes it and you don't have it. Which I guess can happen on a presence diff after I leave. As soon as you do that, then just get back nil, I guess. Can't read properties of null. So you do need one. I guess you can still use the defaults. Def private default member state for a member ID. Give it a socket. So this can be nickname later, but socket assigns member ID for now. So you can give back default member, no, default member state with socket. Socket does not exist. Oh. Get member state. Let's look up. Oh, right. Right. Okay, so we hadn't even joined here. Well, we had joined, but state was still coming in as null. Why was that? So that isn't the result we want? Hold on. Show me the result here. Result is a list with a tuple and a tuple with the second element is a map. A list with a tuple, second element is a map, and it doesn't match. Let's try this. So let's look up states. And our member ID one result was 0 and another result was, you're asking for this a lot. So the one time is in there, and for the other, hold on, result, and then the other call, you got nothing. You got nothing for at least one of them. Result for member ID. Hold on, clear this again. Oh, because we have this on two sides, right? Close this for now. What? Clear. Alright, I'm in here. Go here. Go here. Join the space. Okay. Both of these have state. Open up Firefox. This one has a state. This one says state is undefined. Okay, we get a present state with the left side had a state, and we did not get ourselves. Oh no, we got ourselves. And this one had a state as well. Oh, but the original one here did not have a state. Over here, we didn't get a state. Maybe it's because you're trying to read from... not sure, but you had a state for your own thing. And this one has a state with a diff. Interesting. Present state. Oh, maybe because when this one's loading later, it's doing present state, which goes through. It should be stored in there well and good now. Why is it? Why didn't it have one? Let's look in here. So when we joined, we got this one result there. Result 4. That's in here. Get member state. So it's in there. Okay, and then result for the other one, and then result for that one. In each case, it looks like you're getting a result. I don't see any missing results. Let's put in an error. Anything. A. Let's say error and A. Okay. Join here. Close that. Okay, it doesn't have state here. And the leaves on mute. Mute. Okay. Refresh. Join. We have state and we have state. And over here we have in the join we have this, and I think for tracking we have this called twice. Okay, now we're going to open up the Firefox side. So this one got a join, and we have a state. We got the presence diff first here. Then we get a presence state, and it has the, again, no state for the first one over here. And this one here does have state for both. This one here, but then let's see, presence state be, yeah, and then this one does have a state. What is going on? So when we push present state, we're pushing present state, and we assign these things. Space equals get sweet, and then we assign that. We need to publish what we're getting. We are publishing what we're getting. We're getting this. And we're not getting state. The joins have it. This one didn't get it. What happened here? X, B, and X4. So the first, I mean, it looks like it has it all. But in the output, it didn't come out with the error either. It just didn't. It just wasn't put in here. Now that's interesting. So presence doesn't give you an option not to put it. Am I stuck? Come on, present. I think I need to close the window. Close this. Let's restart.